All right, so just so you know, the meeting is being recorded, and I'll send that out with a YouTube link coming up soon. Thank you for joining, everyone. We appreciate you being on the call. We know you're busy during the day, and we'll provide a YouTube clip of this to anyone who's unable to join from your project team, or if you are unable to join. The thing I always lead off with is corporate care. Angela Henson is Director of Human Resources. She's on the call. The two of us try as best we can to reach out to people who are celebrating something in their personal life, having something difficult going on in the personal life, people that just want to talk for various reasons. We are happy to do that. We know you do that with your supervisors, with your FOMs, that you who are supervisors and FOMs also provide that. We're grateful for that. If you want assistance in that, if you want clarity, whatever you're in any direction, just let us know. Make sure that you make us aware of things going on with your people, because we want to support them in this corporate environment. We have a new pallet lifting procedure. We know you do this at all times in a number of different ways. And that procedure went out on Friday in an email. It's got the effective immediately. UPA personnel will no longer lift or move wooden pallets without two persons available for the tasks, and then breakdown of that. I sent that out needing a signature from everybody on your project. Make sure you review that and get that list back to me, back to your senior FOM, and senior FOM, get that back to me so that I can provide it to Aaron. It's a simple thing you'll do all the time. We want you to follow a new practice. We want everyone to sign off on that procedure. A new person that I've introduced the last couple months. So just keep saying it because I know it's difficult when we change a position at the corporate office, and it is a critical position at the corporate office, fleet data details, and that is Marie Wilson. Marie's contact information is there for you. And if you start an email, you type Marie Wilson, she's going to be there. If you write her, if you would copy me, because it helps me collect the questions that are asked of her so that we can include them on future calls. Things that are coming out that you will talk to Marie Wilson about, things that are important to us. One of them is vehicle fuel cards. We had old cards. We wanted to assign new cards. We wanted to flip the old cards off, throw the switch on them, and be completely done with them so that we could embrace the new ones. That left some people out in the cold for various reasons. If those cards are in a desk somewhere on the project, if there was some kind of mistake in sending them, or if your project, your individual on your project was not included in the list that was sent to them, we need to address one of those issues immediately. This is similar to the key fob system that we talked about that was going to beep every time. And we debated over and over again, were we going to throw the switch on it, or were we going to make sure everyone was ready? We determined to throw the switch, and then we'd find out who wasn't ready, and then we could address it. The vehicle fuel card is slightly different because the beeping would be slightly annoying. The fuel card leaves you stranded. So while we want you to be able to do your job, we want you to be able to get gas, we don't want to have 10, 20, 30, 80 old cards out there that can be used for various reasons when there is a new card that is ready and available. Marie spent a great amount of time putting together vehicle packets and those plastic sleeves that provide you everything you need. That should have everything that you need in order to use the new fuel card, if distributed, if followed. So I sent out, including in that email, a list of people that had used an old fuel card since January of this year. The data department helped me determine that. And if you are on that list, you say, what email was that? I want you to write me, text me, call me, whatever it is, so that we can address it. It's a simple question we had this morning with an employee. I've got him on the phone with Marie. Marie sorted it out and told him exactly what to do. That thing you cannot do is not know the answer and not reach out. We want to make sure that everyone has the correct card. That card does not go with individuals, doesn't go in your wallet. doesn't go in your bag. It stays in the vehicle. If you leave that vehicle, the card stays behind. So the next person that gets in that vehicle can use it each time they need. So if you have any questions about that, Marie Wilson is the contact. And if you will copy me and make sure you double check that list. So that email, reemphasizing, was sent at 2:15 Eastern last Friday. So you need to go. I know might not send anything more on Fridays. Might send it first thing Monday. I imagine there's only a couple of windows of time during the week when you want to get something like that and review it when you're not doing your normal things. But whatever it takes to get you to pause and notice that and address it, I want to do. So if you can give me feedback on that timing, just let me know. But if you do not have a 2:15 Eastern email last Friday with a list of people who have used an old card, write me, jcate@utilitypartners.com, and I will forward that list to you so you can check. Included in what Marie is doing is the vehicle fob system. I think we had a lot of success in rolling that out and getting people to go ahead and handle it and tap their fob. We're getting far more information on our emails of who's driving the vehicle, things like that. That has been a great success. Very few cases we've heard that people were driving around with it beeping and just figured that was a new feature on their car that they had to put up with in order to work at UPA. Either they're not listening in the huddle, or it's not said in the huddle, or it's not covered in whatever way, shape, or form. Whatever way I can help you communicate that, you senior FOM can help you communicate that. You can communicate that and let people hear you. We don't want people driving around with it beeping. Can I tap my fob so that his vehicle stops beeping? Absolutely not. Then you're assigned to that vehicle. And then you're going to have an issue. So what we want is detailed, updated information about things that are out there that are vital pieces of inventory for our company. Great banks, great credit card companies will give you a detailed list of every time you use that card, where and when. If that was sketchy or off, or you couldn't get it and you had purchases, you would wonder where that is coming from. And just imagine that as you as an individual and multiply that by 800 plus drivers out there with our cards, our trucks, whatever that may be. The Bank of America card has been used in emergency situations. Of course, we don't want somebody stranded by the side of the road. We don't want it to be common practice as a workaround for having that union leasing card in your vehicle. Your modern card should have a attachment to that vehicle. Your fob should attach your name to that vehicle each time you drive. So Marie Wilson, if you have any questions at all, and if you lose it, there will be a fee that's associated with it, card or fob. YouTube videos. This is something we continue to expand and listen. There's going to be two ways that videos come out to you. Chris Vaso is a director of trade training. He is creating high quality videos for A to Z training on water, electric, and gas installations, and will eventually expand beyond that. The things that I record on Teams or with a cell phone or something like that are rather simple, quick hit things that are normal parts of your life. So I want you to utilize the YouTube site. You can look up UPA field leadership call. You can look up UPA brief instructional clips. You ought to be able to see it. There's been times you would not be able to see it because we go back and forth on, is this a trade secret? Do we want it on YouTube? But more than anything, Todd has said he wants that information in your hands. So the latest two posted, you'll see on the left and the right, are the new HR counseling form and how to install the GPS vehicle the GPS device in your vehicle if you were in the field. That employee counseling session that I provided in that email as well on Friday at 2:23 is, and Angela's on the call, let you say a little bit more if you'd like. There is a time when we write people up. There's a time when we simply talk to them, and it's before we write people up, and we want that noted. If you let your conflict issue with an individual build and build and build and build, and then one day you go, you know what, I want to be done. You write HR and say, we're done. I'm tired of this. I can't put up with this anymore. And say, have you documented anything? Have you written anything down? No, but I've talked to them about it. That does not exist. So an employee counseling session form is something that HR has created. And Angela, if you would like to speak more to that, you certainly can.
I think you did an excellent job of that, Joe. It's just like you stated, it's a counseling form. If you don't document it, it didn't happen. And using that form will not go in their personnel file. I will simply keep it in a separate folder. And then when you're ready to write someone up for a serious matter, then we have supporting documentation for that as well. It also covers you that you had this conversation with an employee as a manager or supervisor level.
And I should have asked you this before, and I apologize. Access to that form, is that something that's going to be on form site that we need to give access to? Is it a request to you? Remind me that.
It's just a PDF form I allowed you send it to them through the mail on Friday. So I did not resend it. They can just save it to their laptops.
That's right.
So
That's right. That's what I said on Friday. So
Yes.
if y'all will save that just anywhere on your laptop so that you can pull that up and submit it to HR. One more contact in the operations office. Mentioned this last month. I'll mention it a couple more times. When you write Mr. Loris, if you will copy Brooks Deese. Brooks is her new administrative assistant. She's going to be doing more and more in helping Mr. Loris do the things that she does. So in that same role that Kara Mills had before, Kara helped us a great deal. Brooks is in that position now and is also very helpful. She's just getting up to speed. So if you write Mr. Loris, if you'll copy Brooks, unless told otherwise. So that's everything on my list. Senior FOMs, do you have anything?
Yeah, Joe, I just want to touch on vehicle backing. We've had a few incidents that have occurred. Again, when we are backing into a warehouse position, make sure you have a spotter out behind you to be able to attend to that. I know in the field it's a little more difficult, but when we have multiple people at the same gas station, let's try to get somebody out of their vehicle and be a spotter as well. That's all I have.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, anyone, I know several members of data are on the call as well. We welcome you to the call. Glad you've been on it the last couple of months. Anyone from the data department, things that you need to share with the group? Okay. Anyone in the operations office that I have not mentioned? Okay. Anyone in at Butler Road that I have not mentioned? All right, we covered it. We're dialed up. Thank you, everyone, for joining on the call. We appreciate your attention to these matters. Don't worry about emailing to say, I asked that last month. I don't want to ask it again. Just ask it. Write me and with the question on any of the topics that we discussed, and I'll get you in touch with the person that can help you do that. We thank you so much for what you do out in the field for us every day, and we appreciate your attention. Hope you have a good week.
Thank you.